Hey, good morning. It's Andy. I hope you're doing well on this beautiful Monday morning and that you each had a restful and relaxing and a wonderful day of worship yesterday in online church. I know we had a great day at St. Matthew's. I'm excited that we were able to have both our traditional and our contemporary intersection service both up yesterday. If you haven't had a chance to worship with us online at St. Matthew's, I'd invite you to go to our online streaming site. We have a site dedicated to our videos like this one right here that you're watching now, as well as our children's videos and videos from our students and all of our worship videos. You can visit all this at stmlive.org. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch a lot of these same videos there. They live on YouTube, and then we share them out across Facebook and on our websites and all these places. So I hope your Sunday was wonderful. Remember, it's Sabbath. It may feel the same as we go from room to room in our house. But remember to take time to, if you were part of our Rooted in Christ study, we talked about the Ten Commandments recently. We're finishing that up this week. But one of the things we talked about for Keep the Sabbath Day is the question is, how is the Sabbath day different? So how is your Sabbath different from the rest of your week this week? And that's going to be a challenge for many of us right now, is we're going to find monotony. I saw a funny meme the other day that said we're basically all living through Groundhog Day right now. So I hope you were able to find some ways to make your Sabbath different with family worship, things such as that. So, but thanks for watching this video. We're glad to start another week with you, and I hope these videos are helpful to you in your life. Today's one of the suggested passages for this morning comes from Mark's Gospel, chapter 9. I want to read a section to you, a section of it to you this morning. Mark 9. We'll be reading 9 verses 33 through 37. Mark 9:33 through 37, where Jesus says this. It says, Then they came to Capernaum. When he was in the house with them, he asked, What were you arguing about on the way? But they were silent, for on the way they had argued with one another about who was the greatest. He sat down, called the 12, and said to them, Whoever wants to be the first must be the last and servant of all. So he took a little child and put it among them, taking it in his arms, and said to them, Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. Whoever welcomes me welcomes not me, but the one who sent me. Okay, so Jesus and his disciples are going to Capernaum. Capernaum is kind of Jesus' home base of operations in that part of the world. Jesus spent most of his ministry in Galilee. Galilee is, it's the back roads. It's the rural part of Israel. It's not the respected place. Jerusalem, Caesarea Maritima. These are the places where the power is. And so Jesus spent most of his time in Capernaum, in these small little villages arrayed all throughout Galilee, where he could communicate easily. He could go from village to village by walking or on the Sea of Galilee on the boat. Like, he was able to get ease of access to lots of places. But these were not very powerful, wealthy communities. And so now they're walking back to Capernaum, which is kind of his home base of operations. There's actually, if you ever get a chance to go to the Holy Land, there's actually a beautiful church which is built over this one of the spots they're at. This was. I mean, we're pretty sure this is exactly where it happened. Capernaum is a very cool place. There's a synagogue there by this church that was a synagogue that Jesus taught from. Like, we know that was the place. I was able to go there. I got a picture of me somewhere on one of my journeys sitting in the seat of Moses at this synagogue. But anyway, Jesus is there, and they're there, and they're going back to Capernaum, and he notices they're arguing, and they get back home. He says, "Hey, what were y'all fussing about on the way?" And he knows he's Jesus. I mean, it wasn't like he was blind to what they were doing. And I like it said, but they were silent. You ever got busted, got caught on something, and you're asked, what were you doing? And you just stop talking? Maybe that's just me. That's what I do. But that's kind of what happened to them. They were arguing back and forth about who was the greatest. And Jesus said, hey guys, what are you talking about? And they were like, nothing, the weather, So, and he said he knew what he was talking about. So then he brought a child up and said, hey, whoever wants to be the greatest must be the last among you, and must be last And it's whoever welcomes a little child, whoever welcomes one child in my name welcomes me. And this is one of those things we need to understand in the context of Scripture is whenever we see a child, think about a child, we go, "Oh, bless! We love kids. We love babies. Children are very precious in our society and in our culture and in our families." That really wasn't the case in Jesus' time. Children were seen as an extension of property in many ways. No one wanted to be like a child. So when Jesus says you need faith like a child, or take a child, or be like a child, people were like, "No, that's humiliating. That's demeaning. That's insulting. Why would I?" A man, an adult, a woman, or whoever want to be like a child. We want to leave behind childish things. We don't want to be seen as children. But Jesus says, no, unless you welcome a little one like this, a child like this, you're not really getting it. You must be the servant. You must be the least of these. And when you welcome in a child, you welcome in me. When you welcome in me, you welcome in the one who sent me. Be a servant. We are in I love Shawshank, and when you watch that movie, you see Andy spends all the years figuring out the way to be free and marking them off and things like that. So I don't really know what day of social distancing we are now. I think we're starting our second week. It's all kind of running together at this point. And you've been spending a lot of time with your family, most likely. And hopefully you're like me in that you married way above yourself and that your spouse is perfect and there's no problems in your marriage or with your children. Or you may more likely be like Holly, who married me, and bless her heart, as I always say, one day she's probably going to smother me with a pillow, and nobody's going to care because they just said you made it this long. Wow, you're amazing. So you may, at this point, kind of be getting sick of the people you live with. Maybe a little irritated by them. Those, it's like I tell couples when they get married. Um, when they get married, they're in love, and 6 months in, they realize, oh my goodness, I'm stuck with this person for the rest of my life. How can I handle this? Those little things that were so quirky and cute when you were dating now drive you insane. So maybe you're at that place with your spouse, your loved ones. This is your opportunity with those that you love, those you're around all the time, to serve them. Because the quickest way to move from annoyance or dislike or distrust or whatever is to serve. For when we serve, we take out those things and we humble ourselves and we want what's best for that person and we care for that person and we lay down our life for that person. So this week, no matter where you find yourself, you're home with family and friends, if you're one of those folks that's having to go to work and you may be getting tired of your coworkers and stressed out and exhausted. Yeah, it can happen. It happens to all of us, doesn't it? But the quickest way to work through sometimes these bits of annoyance and exhaustion and dislike is to serve. The great theologian Bob Dylan once sang, you got to serve somebody. And I truly believe that one of the things that can come out of this time is that we grow to love each other and that we grow to serve each other. So this day, as you're getting your schedule set and you're looking at your week and you're figuring all these things out, be intentional. Be intentional in your schedule, in your week, in your day-to-day living, that you find the space and you find the place in your life to serve those you're closest to, that you serve those you're near to, that you serve those that you're in contact with all the time. Because Jesus says this. He says, whoever wants to be the greatest among you must serve. Whoever wants to be first must be the servant of all. So today, the person right now who you're most annoyed with, the person that you're sickest of, the person who you just don't even want to deal with anymore, make a plan to serve them. Make a plan to show kindness to them. Make a plan to show mercy to them. Make a plan to show grace to them. And I promise you, friends, I promise you that if you will serve them, if you will show them God's love, even if you do it through gritted teeth, if you will do that, you'll find that love. and that mercy. For when we serve is when we're most like Christ. Christ said, I did not come to be served, but to serve others. So the way that we're most Christ-like is when we serve one another. So this week, when you feel your annoyance level going up, when you're getting a little tired and frustrated, stop, breathe, pray, and figure out a way that you can serve each other and serve that person and see what God wants to do in the midst of that. Hope you have a great Monday today. Be encouraged. God is moving. God is at work. God is doing great things. So be encouraged in your day to day. Show God's love and grace to everybody you come in contact with in whatever way you can do it, online, through texting, emailing, calling, whatever you do. Touch 3 people today. Be encouraged. You be encouraged because God's goodness is in your life and God is with you. And when you're encouraged, you can be an encouragement to somebody else. Today, let's all find a way to serve somebody. Hope you have a great Monday, and I'll see you in the morning. Have a great day. Message me, call me, reach out to me if you need me. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.